Hey, welcome back to another Josh's Music Club guitar lesson video thing. um, another question that I got from when I asked you guys what topics you were interested in was how to get a thumping tone on the quad cortex. This will apply to any modeler. The interface I'm going to be using is specifically the quad cortex, but it's pretty much exactly the same for Axe-Fx or any other modeler that you're using. So I guess we'll just kind of get right into it. I'm going to, I guess I can start with the blank template. Okay, so we have a blank slate. First, let's get our amp and cab situated. This is probably the most important part. So for an amp, what I hear sometimes people do with thumping on the internet, people who are not Tosin, is they add way too much gain. And this technique is extremely percussive and intricate, and almost like the sound of it has to be extremely clear. So you can have gain and it be clear, but what I'll hear sometimes is that there's just so much gain that all the intricacy is just lost. Okay, so the amp I'm going to choose for the quad cortex is going to be the Freeman 100 Rhythm. And then the cab, I love the sound of vintage 30s, so I'm probably going to pick either a 212 or a 412 that has those. I know I like this IR. This is the 212 Zilla Fatboy V30s. So let's hear that. Another big part of the sound is the guitar pickups. So right now, you want like a split position. So I use the split between the middle and the bridge pickup. If you're using a guitar that just has two humbuckers, then the one that's single coil, both humbuckers. So you want like a split coil sound with two separate pickups. And so here's what it sounds like with that setting. Cool. Let's do a little bit of tweaking. Actually, before, this is what it sounds like if I don't do that and say I just go on the bridge pickup. Very different sound. I like it way less. So let's keep moving forward with the split position and adjust some settings. Before I adjust settings, I'm going to add a compressor. So I like an 1176 style compressor, but it's kind of whatever you like. I just want something to kind of bring up some of those quieter moments and bring down some of the louder moments. I'm going to use this legendary 87 mono, which is the neural DSP version of an 1176. think around there is cool. Another tip that I like to do with all my modelers is I want there to be a gate, but I want it to be after the amp, but I want it to be side chained, or I want it to be seeing the input of the unit. I don't want it to see the input of the signal after the amp. So what you can do, I'm gonna go to Utility, Adaptive Gate, S/C, and then the source is going to be input 1. So now I have the gate happening after the amp, but the source that's opening and closing the gate is my input, which is great. So you get like the best of both worlds. I can silence my signal after the amp, which just does a way better job of keeping it quiet. But then the source is before the amp, so it has it's using the DI and it has more information to know when to open and close the gate. Cool. Now in the amp, let's change some settings. I want a really bright attack. I want a bright sound, so I'm going to turn on this C45 button. I don't really know what that means, but it makes the amp brighter, so I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to lower the bass a little bit, and maybe increase the presence. You notice it's really not that much gain. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the whole thing. So it's really simple. It's just getting these few elements that I think sound really good. So it's the right amp, the right IR, a compressor that I like, and then the right pickups and configuration on the guitar. That really makes this thumping sound work, in my opinion. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and that it was helpful for creating a thumping guitar tone. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.